Hi, I'm Dara from Cycle Experience. You may have seen me demonstrate the simple ABC check in the other clip on this website. Now I'm going to show you a slightly extended maintenance check, or M check, or you can think of it as a monthly check. But you'll see, if you look at the bike, that there is a M shape built into it, and that guides our checking, okay? So we start off here and check that our wheels are properly secured. This one has a quick release. You make sure it's tight enough. We check that our wheels spin freely. We check that our tyres are firm. If they're not, we pump them up. Whilst we're here, we'll check the front brakes, that they stop the bike and push it forward, the back goes up in the air. So that's working okay. So coming up the M here, we want to check for movement here. There should be no movement at this point, only side to side, no up and down movement. And we can also check by holding the wheel between our legs and trying to move it like this, that this is firmly fixed. Okay, coming up higher, we're going to check that this junction is really as tight as we can make it, and there's no movement there. There's no movement here. Handlebars in the correct position. The gears are at the right angle for us, and the brakes. And that the brakes go on and work, and we check the back one. This one might need a little bit of tightening because it comes too close. So we'll just screw it up a bit, because that will happen as you wear the brake blocks. That's normal. We'll move it out a bit and screw this in against there to hold it, and now it acts earlier. Now there's a bigger gap there, and it will stop us more quickly. Okay, you then look at these two tubes down here to make sure there's no damage to them. It's very rare there's any damage to those. And then we get down to here. This is called the bottom set, and you want to check that the pedals turn freely, the cranks are tight, that there's no lateral movement or in and out, no wobbles or anything. The other pedal turns freely and rotates freely. What we'll do then is check. We come up here, up the saddle stem, and we want to check that our saddle is firm. It doesn't rock in any direction. It's the right height, and for this it should be about up to hip height, so this one's a bit too small for me. Having checked that that's all tight, and tightening it up if necessary, we're going to come back down here and see the gears at the back. Make sure again that your quick release is done up tightly and the wheel turns smoothly, and that the brakes work. We can check that. The brakes are working nicely. And then what we'll do is then ride it around. I'll ride it around and we'll change gear as we go. You set your pedal in the right position and we cycle it around, and we'll change our gears. That's a very low gear, and we'll go up and up and up, up and up and up and up. Now, if we have a close look at the gears, we'll find it's actually gone right up to the 8th gear, the top one there, and that says 8 on here to show you they're all correctly adjusted and indexed. And you can do the same on the back, on the front, on this left-hand side, which will adjust these gears here to go 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the top one, 2 is the middle, 1 is the bottom. It's on 2, and this says 2. So that concludes our M check, and you do that every month, and that will keep things safe